Week 1 of the fantasy football season. Here's a few defense DST units I have as sleepers this week. The first one, the New England Patriots. The Patriots, they actually did crack my top 12 in the rankings this week at the defensive position. It's a streaming option. So this week, a good matchup versus the Vegas Raiders coming to town. I know the Raiders definitely improved offensively this season. Brock Bowers, the best tight end last year, had a monster year. Brought in Geno Smith, obviously. Pete Carroll, his head coach. Chip Kelly, offensive coordinator, and then to add Ashton Ginty, one of the better running back prospects to come in the league over the last decade. This is a pretty good offense, but I still think New England, they could find ways in this game to make plays, stop this offense, because the offensive line isn't good for this Raider team. But like I said, some good playmakers and Bowers and Ginty, especially a young nucleus over there for this Raider team. But New England, Gillette Stadium, home opener, Mike Vrabel, the head coach. We know he's a defensive-minded coach, and those Tennessee Titan defenses were underrated in the seasons he was there. So I think New England, they could go out there and have a decent ball game this week. The next DST, the Chicago Bears. So the Bears, they're out there in tons of fantasy leagues as well. 93% Monday night ball game. They actually cracked my top 12. I know Vikings offense is good. Justin Jefferson, TJ Hawkinson, newly acquired Adam Thielen. But the thing is, JJ McCarthy, we'll see how he does in his first NFL game. So Chicago, they could get to the quarterback. You know, they're going to be amped up. Monday Night Football, division matchup as well. And like I said, McCarthy, we just have to see how he reacts in his first game at Soldier Field, which is always a tough environment for the opponent. So I think Chicago, they could get pressure on McCarthy in this game a little bit. Like I said, these division games are always tricky, where they could either be defensive battles or high-scoring battles. But if you want to take a shot in deeper leagues with the Chicago Bear defense, I think they could go out there and surprise people, especially, like I said, McCarthy, his first start in the NFL. We don't know how he's going to react in some situations. And the final DSTs, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So the Bucs, they cracked my top 12 as well. And another reason, another young quarterback, Michael Penix. We know he started a few ball games last season for the Atlanta Falcons, but this Buc defense, led by Todd Bowles, who's the head coach, with a defensive-minded head coach, I think they could go out there, they could get to the quarterback, they could create some turnovers. And this game, same way, division matchup at the Falcons, either could be a high-scoring game or a game in the mid-teens, low 20s between these two teams. But I think Tampa Bay, they could get pressure on Penix. Offensive line banged up over there for this Atlanta Falcon team as well. And we'll see how Penix reacts. I know last time these teams versed in Atlanta, it was a high-scoring game back and forth. But I think Tampa Bay, this week, they go out there and could be a solid option, available in 94% of fantasy leagues. That's a few defense DST units I have as sleepers for week 1 of the fantasy football season.